But this sets up a rematch of last year's classic Stanley Cup Final. Went to Game 7, the near reverse sweep by Edmonton. Now we got the rematch, the revenge tour for the Oilers. Differently than last year, though, Edmonton is home ice. So last year Florida did, now Edmonton does this year. So I don't know if that will change anything, but if you get that home crowd buzzing in Edmonton, it can be pretty special. As far as the conference final trophies go, Edmonton touched the Clarence S. Campbell. Florida didn't touch the Prince of Wales, but Florida didn't touch it last year. They won. The year they touched it, they lost. And Edmonton didn't touch it last year. They lost, so they touched it this year. I've looked at kind of the history. There really isn't any correlation. It just kind of seems to be like when Vegas won it, when they went to the Cup Final in their first year, they touched it. So they didn't want to touch it the second time around. I think that's more of the correlation here. Teams don't do the opposite. They do the opposite of what they did if they made it to the Cup Final beforehand. But I don't think it really matters. I don't think it tells us who's going to win. I believe this series is going to be a battle of depth scoring. Florida has 10 players with 10-plus points in these playoffs. And honestly, their best line hasn't been their first or second line. It's been their third line. Lundell and Marchand has been unbelievable. The best plus-minus for Florida has been those three. Those guys are all in like the top 5, I believe. They've just been unbelievable. All three have 10-plus points, I believe, as well. To get that kind of production from your third line is absolutely insane. And their just chemistry has been unbelievable, like I said. Edmonton has 7 players with 10-plus points these playoffs. But Hyman's injured, so knock that down to 6, probably. And I wouldn't say there's really a line to look at for Edmonton because they just shuffle. It just shuffles his lines constantly. I think right now, the top line is really interesting to see how he switches them up. I definitely think it'll be smart to McDavid separated for now, but we saw them combine in the Kings series, and that really sparked the offense quite a bit. So if that comes to it, just putting all those guys on the top line, they create a special connection. But I think right now, you can really create more offense, more consistent depth scoring if you have those guys separated. And they're 1 and 2 in the playoffs in points. So we are watching the best 2 players in the world, and they're on the same team. That is unbelievable. That alone can carry you to a Stanley Cup Final win. But you still need that depth scoring, especially when you're facing a team like Florida. Florida is so deep. Their top 9 is probably unmatched in hockey. So going to be interesting. And I think revenge will definitely play a role in this. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I think in Game 1, there's a picture of McDavid and Draisaitl kind of looking at each other, stunned on the bench. And since that game, they won 4 straight against Dallas and are going to the Stanley Cup Final. I don't think you want to play against a mad McDavid, and I don't think you want to play with that magic there. Pretty scary stuff.